LINQ, or Language Integrated Query, is a feature that allows developers to easily access the functionality and contents of databases. You'll need a database to work with. For this example, we're going to use Northwind. If you don't have the Northwind database, you can download it from msdn.microsoft.com. We'll work with a C# console application for this example. There we go. And let's bring up the Add New Item dialog. And there's an item called Link to SQL Classes, which will add what we need. Let's go ahead and name it Northwind, since that's the database that we're going to be accessing, and add that. That'll add a DBML file, which is opened in the Data Designer. Now, in order to access data, we need to go to Server Explorer and drag what we want to access onto the Data Designer surface. We want to access the table in Northwind called Categories. Let's go ahead and drag that on there, and you'll see that that will give us a graphical representation of that table and the properties that the items in the table contain. And let's go ahead and build that, make sure everything's good so far. Everything looks good. Now, what we're going to do is go back to our code, and let's insert some code that we've written to access the database here, and take a look at that. What we're doing here is we're creating a new Northwind data context, which is a class that was generated by our dragging that item onto the Data Designer. And then we're going to run a query statement. Query statement looks in db.categories, where the category name is not an empty string, and selects the category ID for that item. And then it stores all those into a collection that's IEnumerable, and we'll use the for each statement to run over that collection and print all the items. Let's go ahead and build and run that. And you can see all the category IDs pop up. That's really all there is to using LINQ to access databases.